Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of What Will I Be Watching? This time we're talking about the summer 2024 lineup and the animes that I watched during that time. So first off, are there any returning? I don't think there's any returning animes. No. Yep, none. No returning animes. No returning animes that I watched. There is Oshinoko season 2, but I did not watch season 2. I watched season 1 and it was great. I have not gotten around to watching season 2 yet. I will watch it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So first off, is a short series. 0 years old child starting dash story. It's a really short series, just kind of showing the main character slowly growing up over the course of 12 episodes. Each episode is like 5 minutes. Nothing really of substance. Can't really recommend it. Next is Plus Sized Elf. This is the horny anime of the season. It's funny. It's a really funny series. Very comedic. And if you like plus sized girls, there's no shortage of plus sized girls in this. It's not just an elf. There's a dragon girl, a dog girl, Cyclops, ogre, a mermaid, orc, succubus. Yeah, there's a lot of girls here. It's funny. It's a funny series. I really enjoyed it. I would say it's a must watch. I would definitely say that's a must watch. Let's see. Next is Bye Bye Earth. Burn it. 100% burn it. It is terrible. It starts off so promising. It really does. It starts off incredibly promising. With a main character, like she's the only human on the planet. She's the only human on the planet. All the other living beings are beastmen. They're beastmen and demons. Beastmen, demons, elves, dwarves, just no humans. She's the only human. And she wants to know why. Why is she the only human? And the series likes to treat her like she was a female version of Guts from Berserk. The series likes to treat her as if she were a female version of that. She's pretty moody. And she has a giant sword that would make Guts proud. And she is just an absolute unit in battle. It's insane. It is absolutely insane just how powerful she is. But then in the last episode of the season, this one person who she trusted goes to see her at night. She lets him into her room because it seems like he's in pain. He's injured. So she patches him up and asks him what happened. And he pins her down and starts feeling her up, and she suddenly goes from being this badass unit of a woman who can just overpower anyone to being a weak, helpless, defenseless girl who can't seem to get out of the grip of an injured man. And it destroys her character. It completely destroyed her character. Like, all the good faith that the series had built up in the first 11 episodes was destroyed immediately in that final episode. It was immediately destroyed. And on top of that, the story is confusing as fuck. It's so confusing. It's so difficult to keep track of what exactly is going on and what the hell and how the hell this world works and why we should even care about half the things that are actually happening. So, burn it. It is not good. I do not recommend it. VTuber Legend, how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. This is hilarious. This, that other VTuber anime that I mentioned a few episodes back, this is what I thought we were going to get. This is the kind of thing I thought we were going to get. And it is absolutely hilarious. It is an absolute blast of a time. It is a very fun anime. It is a very fun anime, and definitely a must-watch. Let's see. Next up is A Nobody's Way Up to an Exploration Hero. Burn it. Another burn it. This series, the main character, he wants to be a dungeon explorer. His childhood friend doesn't want him to be a dungeon explorer because her dad was a dungeon explorer and he died exploring dungeons. But it's his dream to be a dungeon explorer, so he keeps it a secret from her. Goes into the dungeon. He can only defeat slimes because he's super weak. He doesn't have any good skills. And then he finds a gold slime. And when he kills it, it drops a rare summoning card. And it says that you can summon a Valkyrie, and it has a picture of a very voluptuous, curvy, mature-looking woman on the card. So he summons the Valkyrie, and it's a child who looks no more than 8. And then she's powerful. But every monster that she defeats, she asks him to feed her, and so he picks up a crystal that comes from the monster, that comes from the monsters that are defeated. He puts it in her mouth, and she sucks on his fingers in a very suggestive way. And then he finds another card to summon a succubus, a vampire succubus. And once again, it's a lolly who looks to be about 8, and she does even more than just suck on his fingers every once in a while. No, like she's straight up flirting with him, and he's actually getting flustered, and it is gross. It is very gross seeing these two 8-year-old girls flirt with this like 17-year-old guy in his last year of high school. Like, no, it's gross. No, ew, gross. Stop, get away. Burn it. Next, A Journey Through Another World: Raising Kids While Adventuring. This is adorable. This series is absolutely adorable. The main character gets summoned to an alternate world, and he meets two little kids who are like immensely powerful. He's not super powerful; they are, and he has to raise them because I guess they have some big destiny about them. And so he has to raise them and teach them right from wrong. And it is very cute. It is very cute, very adorable. These two kids are just so freaking adorable and sweet. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I would say I recommend it. It was good. 2.5 dimensional seduction. This one ran for 24 episodes, and I gotta say, it could have been 12. It honestly could have been 12 episodes instead of 24. Because it feels like it kind of overstayed its welcome a bit. I started to get kind of bored with the series. It felt like it was going on too long. And not a ton was actually happening. It is a good series. It has a good story. It has good characters. I just feel like the pacing could have been better. And, some more could have been happening. More things could have been happening. But I would say cautiously recommend, because it is a good series. It just kind of goes on a little too long. Like the beginning, the first major arc of the series, the first 5 or 6 episodes, I want to say, were really fun and entertaining, and then it starts to slow down from episodes 7 through 13 or 14, and then it gets better up to episode 19, and then there's a couple more slow episodes, and then it finishes off fairly decently. It goes in waves. It just goes in waves. The entertainment value of the series just goes in waves. So, I would say I cautiously recommend it. It is a good rom-com. It is a good rom-com. Think of it kind of like if My Dress Up Darling was a harem series. If My Dress Up Darling was a harem series instead of just a full-on rom-com, that is basically what this series is. So, next up is the strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human. To be honest, I don't have much to say about that one, because that title, basically, you know exactly what to expect from it. You should know exactly what to expect from it just from the title alone. It's a human disguising himself as a demon so he can be a part of the Demon Lord's army. He was raised by one of the generals of the Demon Lord's army and told to hide his real identity as a human. So, it is a good series. It is a good series. It is a good series. I would recommend it. It's not a must-watch, but I would recommend it. It's good. Next is the Osan newbie adventurer trained to death by the most powerful party became invincible. This one feels like an anime from the 90s. It feels and looks like an anime from the 90s. It has a very similar art style to animes that came out in the 90s did, and it also has an opening that looks like that sounds like it came straight out of the 90s. So it is the most 90s anime I've seen in a while. And it came out last year in 2024. So, yeah. But I would still recommend it. It is a very funny series. And it does have some really good characters. So, yeah, I would say I recommend it. Suicide Squad Isekai. I mean, with a name like that, obviously, it's a must-watch. It's Suicide Squad, but an isekai. And you get basically what you signed up for. You basically get exactly what you signed up for. So next up is I Parry Everything. Um, and yeah, it's a guy who uh, it's a guy who trained for 30 years. Um, he's in his mid 30s, and he trained for 30 years and became capable of parrying any attack. Um, and it is a good series. It's a good series. It's a good series with good characters, good writing, good pacing, good animation. I would recommend it. I'm trying to speed this along a little bit more, so I'm spending less time with each of these simply because I'm starting to lose my voice. So, um, so next up is pseudo harem. Um, pseudo harem. I would not recommend. I wouldn't say burn it, but I'm not going to recommend it. Simply, simply due to the. I'm not going to recommend it simply due to the fact that, um, simply due to the fact that it, honest to God, overstays its welcome. Like, it has one joke, and that joke is that the main girl, for some reason, is obsessed with the main character. Like, she's completely in love with him, and she is putting on personalities to all these different personalities to give the illusion of a harem for him, because he loves the whole idea of having a harem, and so she keeps playing the parts of all these different girls, and she just kind of changes her personality depending on like her hairstyle, um, and so it's that is like the one joke, but it never answers any questions. Why does she like him? What like how, when why does she like him? When did she start liking him? What caused it? Um, when did he start? When did he start liking her? Like, are they both aware that they like? Are they both aware that they like each other? Because at one point, they're in one episode they're not dating, and then it seems like in the very next episode they're suddenly dating. Like, I feel like I missed something. I feel like I missed something between the two episodes, but no, I didn't. Like, they're not dating one episode, and then the next episode they are dating, and it makes no sense. Like, there are just so many questions left unanswered about the series that, like, I can't recommend it. It was just a little too much for me. Next is Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. I watched that. I read the manga that it's from. The manga's better. Like, by far, the manga is absolutely better than the anime. But this is still a decent adaptation. It's not terrible. It's a decent adaptation, even if the CG is pretty garbage. The designs of the monsters are very unique, but the CG itself is pretty garbage. And unfortunately, they use the CG a lot. So, yeah, I would say cautiously recommend on that one. Last two. Wisteria, Wand and Sword. I only just recently finished watching that. I finally got around to watching that series, and yeah, I liked it. It's a really fun series about a guy with a sword in a world ruled by magicians. He has no aptitude for magic, but he is inhumanly strong. He is inhumanly strong, and basically with his sword, he's able to literally cut through magic. He's able to literally cut through magic, and he goes around just kicking ass, taking names. Everyone is insulting him constantly. Everyone has been insulting him for years and constantly telling him to just fail out, or to get himself expelled, or to just go die. And several people have even tried to kill him, and he just refuses. He just refuses to back down because he wants to keep his promise to his childhood friend. They promised that they would reach the top of the world together. The two of them would become Wistorias, which are like, you know, the highest level mages you can possibly get, the highest level mages you can possibly get to, and so he's trying to do that through swordsmanship. Yeah, it's a really good series. It's very cute. It's very cute. And lastly, Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Everyone watched this when it came out. This was like the #1 talked about anime of this season. Outside of Oshinoko season 2 and Losing Too Many Heroines, which is on my list of animes to watch. I slept on that during the summer of last year, and I regret that because I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I know that I definitely need to watch it. But Alia, yeah, I would say that's a must-watch. It's a fantastic series. It is an absolute fantastic series, and my favorite character in that series has to be the sister. It has to be the main character's sister. She is just hilarious, and she breaks the fourth wall so many times. when she, and people who have seen this will know what I'm talking about. That moment when she leans towards the camera, looks the camera in the eyes, and says "money shot," I had to pause. Because I was laughing way too hard. I had to pause before I could continue because I was laughing way too hard at that. She is so entertaining, so funny. So yeah, favorite character in that series. But yeah, the show is fantastic. So let's see. Next is fall 2024, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, 15 more animes. Holy crap. It doesn't stop. But yeah, so I've got 15 more animes to talk about. What does it say? What does those two say watching? I finished those. Here we go. Good. Alright. So 15 animes to talk about, and that's going to be tomorrow. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.